Hi, I'm Andy Webb from BeCleverWithYourCash.com. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I want to share with you how you can make sure that the price you're paying is the best price it can be. So something I hate when I'm out looking for bargains, looking for deals, is that the prices that are on display, these amazing discounts you sometimes see, particularly around things like Black Friday, New Year sales, but also, let's face it, there's a sale on pretty much all the time somewhere right now. Whenever you see these offers and these discounts, it might say, was this, now this, and there's like a huge saving, it's like 50% off maybe. Or maybe it's saying like save 100 quid, 150 quid, things that make you think, wow. That's a bargain, right? And if it's something that you've had your eye on anyway, something you think you need, then a discount like that could well prompt you to snap it up there and then, because you think, well, I'm going to save myself 50%. If it's a big item, I'm going to save myself, hundreds of pounds. That's a big incentive, isn't it, to hand over your cash and take that thing back with you. But do you know what? It's the same kind of thing, that kind of impulse purchase that you might see on smaller stuff. That could be, you're looking at some clothes in the shop and there's, half price off some trousers, some jeans or whatever. And you think, wait, half price, that's pretty good, isn't it? I'll get those. You might not want them, you might not need them, but half price, you think, well, I might not get it at that price again. Supermarket, same thing happens. You see these special offers at the end of the aisle, don't you? You think, oh, right, okay, well, if a Jaffa cake pack is £1, maybe I should get that because I do like Jaffa cakes. It wasn't on your list, it wasn't what you planned to buy, but that special offer, the size of that discount, it's how big, how much you're going to save, really can sort of tempt you to spend your money on things. And what I hate about it is that a lot of the time, not all the time, right? Sometimes these are genuine special offers, genuine discounts. A lot of the time, we're getting misled. They're fake offers. And I don't mean a fake offer as in like the retailer doesn't exist. What I mean by fake offer is that saving that you're shown is not the real saving. And when I say real saving, what I mean here is if you bought it a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months before, at a normal selling price, what would that have been? And a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, the price you're seeing as the was price before that discount is a lot higher than that normal selling price. And that's really misleading, isn't it? I think you're getting ripped off actually if you're buying something on the basis of the size of a discount, but actually it was very rare, if at all, for that item to be sold at that much higher price. Now, often what the shops are doing, and again, it's all shops. It's not just electrical goods or sofas where you get those big discounts. It can be your clothes shops. It can be the supermarkets. What they're often doing is they're telling you the recommended retail price. Okay, so when an item is produced, you'll know there's the RRP. It's often called. It's set. So we think you should be selling it at this amount of money. And often when things do get released, TV is a really good example of this. When they're first released, they are sold at the RRP. But very soon after that, the prices drop. And they'll start to tumble down, okay? And it could be because of special offers and sales and discounts which bring the price down. It could just be that, the thing's getting older. Again, TVs is a really good example actually to talk about with this. Because the older it gets, the newer models replace it, the price goes down, don't they? So let's say you're buying a TV and it's been out for 9, 10, 11 months. Well, new TVs come out every 12 months, pretty much. So the RRP, the recommended retail price when it first came out, well, that's not relevant anymore because that's not the price that you would pay for it. That's the price you might pay for the new model. This is an old model. But you get this all the time. It's not just stuff that goes down like that. Like I said, supermarkets, you'll see this as well on bottles of wine, packets of crisps. The prices go up and down all the time. So the RRP, I think, is there, is useful, it's a guide. But when you see those big discounts, 50% off or whatever, and it's based on that high price, chances are that you could have got it for a lot less than that. So how do you work out if, when you see something in a sale or on a special offer, that the price that's being sold to you out there is a decent price, that you're not paying over the odds? Well, there are some really, really handy tools for doing this. Now, you know about comparing prices anyway. That's an easy one, isn't it? Type it into Google or go to a comparison site, type it in and you'll see how much something is being sold at different shops. That is an essential part of any kind of deal hunting and finding a bargain because you want to get it at the lowest price you can at that point. And if you need to buy it there and then, well, that's the best thing you're going to be able to do. But if you don't need something immediately and you're kind of like waiting for something, or like I say, you just get tempted by something because it's in a special offer or a sale, what you want to look at is the price history. Now, this is fantastic. Basically, there are a few websites out there and apps which track the data, the pricing data at lots of different retailers. And you can very easily see a graph, sometimes even a table, of all the different price changes over a certain period. Now, most of them do a year, if not longer. If an item's actually not very old, if it only came out in the last sort of 5-6 months, then you only see the last 5-6 months of price changes. But where this is really, really good is you get a sense of, not just what the price is right now, like you do with a comparison site. You can see, like I said at the beginning of the video, how much it was a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, maybe, as I say, years ago. And that information is so, so important. So let's say you saw a vacuum cleaner, yeah? Posh vacuum cleaner, upright one, cordless, and let's say the offer, I'm using this as an example because around Black Friday there's always big offers around vacuum cleaners, a lot of the big electrical shops and department stores, and they'll say, save 150 quid. Yeah, it's a big, big saving. It was £300, now 150 quid, right? Sounds pretty good, but if you go to the price history charts, you'll often see that actually the price it was selling at was, let's say, 180 quid for most of the last 6 months. Okay, this is a vague example, but you get the gist of it. So actually, your discount is only 30 quid. So I'm not saying it wouldn't be a good saving. Often around these kind of sales and these deals, if it is a good sale, you might still get a decent discount on the normal selling price. But 30 quid versus 150 quid, that does, psychologically, it is very different, isn't it? Now, if you're after it anyway and it's the best price you can get, then snap it up, whatever it might be. But if it's more that, you're going to buy it because of the discount, and remember, as long as you can afford it, there's nothing really wrong with buying anything, even if you are overpaying. So as long as you can afford it and you think, I'll get one of those, well, you want to make sure that you're not getting taken on by this kind of misleading original price, by this misleading size of the discount, okay? So, and sometimes you might find it the other way around. Not only that the discount is smaller, you might even find that actually the item's been on sale for less. Quite frequently at lots of different retailers throughout the last, let's say 6 months or whatever it is, maybe a year. Well, in that case, if you spot that, then you know you need to wait. You don't buy it now. Even though this special offer looks fantastic, sounds fantastic, you want to wait until potentially that price comes down again. If you've seen it hit that low before, there's a good chance it might go down to that price again. So how do you do this? Okay, well, there are some simple tools that I use. Now, the first one, the one I like to go to quite often, is called Camel Camel Camel. Okay, the website is uk.camelcamelcamel.com. Now, this is only for Amazon. And what it will do is you can type in the name of a product. What I like to do is put the product code in as a little shortcut, and you can find this either in the product description on Amazon or in the URL. You'll find this sort of block of characters in between some forward slashes. That is the product code. You can cut and paste that, put that into Camel Camel Camel, and it will quickly bring up that item that you're looking at, and it will give you a chart, and it will show you the Amazon price and the Amazon third-party seller price as well in a lovely little chart. And again, you can change it from the last month, 6 months, year, 2 years, however long it will let you go back for, and you will see the ups and downs of the prices. Now, obviously, if you're shopping on Amazon, that's pretty good anyway, but the reason I like using it is because as Amazon prices tend to be quite cheap, not always the cheapest, sometimes you can overpay a lot on Amazon, but because they tend to be quite cheap, you're going to find that it's an indicator of its price elsewhere as well. So if you can find that it's often at a low price on Amazon, then that means there's a good chance someone out there will also be selling it at a low price, whether you buy it with them or with Amazon, whoever it is, okay? That's Camel Camel Camel. There's also a little plugin you can get on Chrome browsers. So when you've got the page open, you just click on it and it brings the price history up as well. Or say you can just go to their website. So that's really, really good. For other retailers, I tend to use a website called PriceSpy. Now, PriceSpy is a comparison site. So it's really handy. It's one of those good opportunities when you look, as you should always do, have a look at what everyone else is selling something at so you get the lowest price right now if you need it right now. But when you open up PriceSpy's page, you go to a graph in the top corner, click on that graph, and it opens up a kind of price history page. You'll be able to see that graph in more detail, again, going up and down, or potentially staying pretty steady with the lowest price it's been at all the different retailers. So you don't necessarily know from that graph where it was being sold, which can be a bit of a problem at times because every now and again when I've used these for a few, like, not necessarily dodgy retailers, but like maybe second-hand items or refurbished items have somehow snuck into that algorithm. However, below that is a table, and this is why I really like it. Everywhere that's currently selling that item, a lot of the places you have a little arrow button. Click that button and it expands the table down. And then you can see every price change. So let's say you're looking, let's go back to TVs, and it's got Currys there. You can see the price up and down at Currys over a certain amount of time, often since the product was launched. So you can get a really, really good sense of how long something was on offer for. Was it just a brief little spell? How long was something at full price for? That's always really useful as well. You can see from the graphs, from these charts, if it pops up just for a short period of time, or whether it's consistently at a high price and occasionally drops down. So that's a really, really good sense to get a sense of the real price, you know, that average selling price. So that's PriceSpy, has lots of different retailers on there. Not all of them, but it's really, really useful. There is another one which is just for Argos called pricesearcher.co.uk. It's all right, it's not bad if you go into Argos. You can also get Argos data in PriceSpy, but as I say, this is quite a handy one if you want to see again all that data specifically for Argos, that's there. Now the final one I use is a little bit different. It's for the supermarkets and it's via an app. So I've got it here on my phone. It's called MySupermarket. You might know the website. The website is great for comparing prices of groceries at all the different supermarkets. What you can't do on the website though is see that price history chart, whereas you can see that on the phone. That might be out of focus. I'll get a screen grab for you. But it's great because you can see not only the average selling price, so for example right now these yogurts that I've got open here, in Waitrose they're £1.23, which is 20% below the average selling price. Sounds to me like a pretty good deal, yeah? And you can also see a graph. The graph, as with PriceSpy, the graph represents all the different supermarkets, not just the one you're on at that time, but you get a sense of actually how much you could have been paying for it over those time, and you've got it on you as well, which means that when you're in the supermarket, if you see something that looks pretty good, you can check out whether that offer actually is an offer. Somewhere it's really useful is wine, because how often, you know, the wine on special offer all the time. There are certain brands which you can always get on a discount, and this will actually show you. It shows you that actually that bottle that says it was £9 now £6. It's pretty much always on sale for around £6. That means it's a £6 bottle of wine, isn't it? It's not really a discount you're getting, whereas you might find one which is rarely discounted from £9 to £6, whatever it might be. Therefore, that could well be the better buy. Although obviously a lot of this stuff comes down to taste, doesn't it? So there you go. That's how you can make sure when you are out looking at shops or online looking at sales, that the price you see, you can make sure that you're not getting misled by these extravagant potentially misleading discounts. Okay, make sure that you know the price you're getting, whether it really is a fair price. Now, please do like, share, comment on this video. Really appreciate that. It does make a huge amount of difference. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Look below the video for a few more links on this, or head over to becleverwithyourcash.com. Cheers.